All you ever want to do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real mode.
well, we can hold a peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one, like what you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here.
I got hairy legs.
When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend?
We choose
to be
truth
okay?
over facts.
It ends today.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
You lose.
Swole move.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Ooh. Welcome, everyone, to episode 1913 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hussas, and y'all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode of the Pimpcast, of the Sleazecast, of the Absolute Swolecast is powered, is brought to you, is sponsored by Everest and K2 flexing on all you.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Swolelina wine mixer, coffee mixer. Don't be drinking wine like Leo. It's just Sunday. Chill out with the alcohol. It's time to make some sick fucking gains. So what is going on, fam-wise? Drop it in the comments down below. What'd you smash today? Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, August 1st. Happy August, everyone. Happy August. All right, mixed applause. I guess some people don't like, not a fan of August, fam, I guess. Maybe it's just because 2021 is like completely like, fuck you. We're almost in fuck your resolution season. And a lot of parents are like, oh, shit. Little fuckers got to go back to school soon. We're almost back to Swole. Almost back to Swole. We are in August. It is 2021. And if you noticed on the left of your screen, you see what that pillar means? It's some red, white, and fucking Swole. It is a Sunday Funday Q&Anus, and it is the Ask Papa Swolio Schlive.
He's heating up.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Oh, come on, Joe. Come on, a little America wouldn't hurt you once in a while. All right, so we got an awesome episode today because we got some great questions. We will talk about whatever you want to throw down. If it's your brand new first time. If it's your first time with the Swolecast, I mean, welcome. Drop some cherries in the comments down below if you're brand new. But today, every single Sunday, we do the Red, White, and Swole Ask Papa Swole Live Sunday Funday Q&Anus. So we are going to take a lot of questions today. We got some from Instagram. I'm sure we'll have some from those of you that are watching live on YouTube, The Daily Swole. Hit that like button, hit the bell to be notified because YouTube won't notify you. And of course, head on over to swolenormousx.com to join the Swole fam today. And you can find all the links over there for the podcast as well. You could download your copy of the 7 Pillars. It's right there at the top of the page and in the main menu over there at swolenormousx.com. Make sure you subscribe to the Daily Swole. Also, wherever you like to bang your ear holes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music, everywhere. Make sure you follow on Instagram and TikTok as well. The Daily Swole. Anywhere you like to bang your eye holes, your ear holes, any kind of hole. Papa Swolio and the fam will take care of it. We will insert our knowledge cock in any of those orifices, and it's a wonderful thing. Your father was a woman. It's a wonderful thing, and we love us some Ask Papa Swolio Live. So let's get those questions going. Drop in the comments down below, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. We will bust the nut in just a moment, and we'll see what the, I don't know. I was gonna say where the cookie crumbles, but we'll see where the steak crumbles, I suppose.
I told you could eat my cookies.
We'll see where the tallow drips. And then we'll take it that direction. So you can start dropping your questions down below. And I hope you are having a great August so far. Nice to start the month on a Sunday. And before we super jump into it, reminder that tomorrow, this is the best way to start the month. I don't want, this is the best way to start the month is with a fucking accountability meeting. Tomorrow, Monday, 12 noon Eastern time. You know what it's about, fam. You know what it's about. Swole fam, we got our private live stream tomorrow. So if you love the Daily Swole and you never want to miss a single episode of your favorite sleaze, make sure you join today over at swolenormousx.com. We'll be live inside Swole TV. And tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, we got some awesome Swole fam posts. We got some success stories. We'll take some questions. And of course, we will drop new releases inside Swolenormousx. Don't miss it tomorrow, 12 schnoon Eastern time, Daily Swole 1914. We're going to fucking lay down some fucking pipe tomorrow. That being said, let's get today's episode under shway. Fam, let's summon the Falcon. Everyone summon the Falcon. Hold on. I got you. I got this one. I got this. Summon the Falcon. Can you bust this nut wide open, Falcon? Thank you so much. We did it. We summoned the Falcon. We did. Success.
USA, greatest country in the world.
That's a nice card. That's a nice card. Falcon, well done, sir. Well done. Kudos to you, Falcon. That's a very nice card. Hashtag Swole Privilege in the comments down below. That's nice. That is nice. And as a wise man once said, nice. That's a really nice card. That's a nice card. Well done, Falcon. Very cheers. Cheers to the Falcon, everyone. Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right. Hashtag Swole Privilege. Drop that shit in the comments down below. And we'll give away that Swole card at the end of today's episode. For now, let's get those questions rolling, shall we? Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And of course, you notice that we got a little bit of a different flow today, but that's how we roll on Sundays. So while you're dropping your questions, let's talk about a couple other things. If you're brand new to the show, make sure you subscribe to our other podcasts. Check out the Swolenormous audio experience, the Red, White, and Swole podcast, and the Swolenormous Procast. We got some new episodes and some new shit to drop shortly, so make sure you subscribe to those as well. No matter where you like to listen to your podcast, check it out. Just type in Swolenormous and you'll find all the podcasts that pop up, and you can catch up on all the previous episodes because there's a lot to bang your ear holes with over there. So make sure you don't miss out on those other shows. We got a couple other announcements as you drop your questions in the comments. Remember, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And we got a couple clips on our other YouTube channels. So check out the Swolenormous channel for friendly reminder that diets don't work. I know.
Sell crazy someplace
all right,
else.
Settle down.
We're all stocked up here.
Calm your motherfucking tits. We know that diets don't work. Well, we talk about it all the time. If you do dumb shit, you're going to get dumb results. You do it wrong, you're going to not have a successful outcome. Shocker that your singular focus on restricting calories does not work. Enjoy that lemonade or that lemon juice and maple syrup diets or whatever that shit. Yeah, any fad diet's not going to fucking work. And this is an interesting one. We had this question a few days ago. One of our members was saying they just joined. So welcome to, I forget who this was, but we had a brand new member that joined, was asking, I wish I had started earlier, but can I still build muscle? Can I still get results at 38? And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I, Papa Swolio, your boy, I am turning 38 in a week. Papa Swolio's turning 38. So methinks you can build muscle. Methinks you can build muscle at 38 years old. Man, you're young. You got plenty of time. Give me a break. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to Matt Damon that concept, not the person, not the individual, because a lot of people think that you're on the back nine or something when you, get in your late 30s. I mean, Jesus Christ, you can fucking crush it. I'm going to be crushing it till I'm dropping dead when I'm 1,000. Let's fucking go. 38, you're just getting started. Perfect time to, look, it's always nice to think, hey, I wish I started younger. Yeah, says everyone. It's always a nice thing to think, I wish I started younger. Sure. Okay, well, you didn't. Now you can start. But you're going to see amazing results. You can really fucking get your testosterone back in order. You can really get your habits locked down. You got time. You got fucking time. You could build muscle when you're 90. Not as much as when you're 38, not as much as when you're 25, perhaps. But you can still make gains and still improve your stabilizer strength, your balance, proprioception, right? You can improve your mobility and your flexibility, all that stuff. You can do it all. So don't sell yourself short. And if you are also brand new, or if you haven't checked out all the brand new apparel over there at papaswolio.com, round of applause for Swolenormous Apparel, papaswolio.com, head on over there. And remember, because you're a listener of the show and because you're just so fucking goddamn beautiful, use code DailySwole, all one word, for 10% off your order over there at papaswolio.com. I need a jingle for Swolenormous Apparel. I need a jingle for papaswolio.com. All right. Maybe we should have a submission. We should have a little submission, for some kind of like slogan, like Mentos, fresher, Mentos. Go to papaswolio.com and make some sick fucking gains for your nips. Something like that. All right. So code DailySwole, all one word, for 10% off your order, papaswolio.com. All right. So let's get into some questions. Remember, hashtag AskPapaSwolio so they stand out so I can answer them. We'll try to opt for live questions as always, and we'll get some from Instagram as Swole. First question, let's go to Nikki B. All right, Papa Swolio, I'm about 3 years post-bebe, 5 foot 8 inches tall, about 136 pounds. That got out of hand fast. All right, sorry.
What's your name, fat body?
Not you, Nikki. Just shut up, Sarge. Jesus Christ. All right, 5 foot 8, 136 pounds, pear-shaped, looking to lean out my legs and drop body fat with not gaining weight or muscle in my legs anymore. Well, that's not going to happen. Any suggestions as far as workouts? You need to train to build muscle in your legs. Period. You're not going to be, it's not what you think. You have fat on top of your legs. You need to build muscle all over your body. So why do you think you have muscle in your legs? You're not going to drop body fat unless you're lifting weights. You have to lift big. You have to lift heavy. It's an illusion. That's a common misconception. Ladies, you need to lift big. You need to lift big, train. You're not going to put on a ton of muscle. It's going to be very, very hard for you to build muscle like everyone else. It's hard for guys to build muscle. It's hard for women to build muscle. It's harder for women to build muscle. 5 foot 8, 136. So it sounds like you're skinny fat, because that weight, that body weight at 5 foot 8, you can easily be probably 140, 150 muscular and look fucking lean and look amazing, just like the way you want, because you're tall. So maybe I might have shot high with 150, but easily 135, 140, 145 with muscle, you're going to look leaner than you do now. Sounds like you're just kind of like in a skinny fat phase and you actually need to build muscle. So I would go for building muscle, focusing on your nutrition, cutting out inflammatory foods, focusing on sleep. I think that's probably one of the biggest things, because if you just had a baby, it's probably one of the most major things that you probably were dealing with a lack of. Very common for new parents to have trouble with sleep, depending on your situation in your household. But with not gaining weight or muscle in your legs, stop looking at the fucking scale. How about that? Stop looking at the scale. And why would you not want to build muscle in your legs? That's one of the most important places to build muscle. So suggestions as far as workouts, yeah, lift some heavy fucking steel, squats, lunges, deadlifts, RDLs, maybe huge boxy type exercises, but Bulgarian split squats. Make sure you're doing upper body too. Lift heavy. Might sound counterintuitive, but cut back on the carbohydrates. Get rid of all those extra things you're eating. Maybe you want to drop in the comments because you're watching live. What are you eating right now? What are your other habits? What are you doing now? Guarantee you're not just jacked in your legs. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. So definitely need to lift heavy and stop tiptoeing around getting yoked. You're not going to get bulky. Let's fucking go. Drop some more follow-up on that. But man, women need to lift weights. Lift big, lift big, lift big. All right, let's see. Tyler, I'm getting criticized by my family about me eating every 2 to 3 hours. I've been telling them that's how it works while bulking. Quote, you eat too much. I'm like, fuck you. They don't get it. What can I do? Sounds like you're already doing it. Do it anyway. So you can say fuck you. I don't know if you actually want to say that. Who cares? Get used to being criticized. Get used to being judged. The only difference is you don't have to give a fuck about it. Who cares? Who cares? Do you? What's your family's health like? Are they obese? Are they fat? Are they lazy? What are they doing? Obviously they don't. Obviously they probably don't lift. Seriously, don't take any advice from people that are fatter and less healthy than you. Like, give me a break. Give me a break. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's your family. It's just more in your face, and it might cut a little bit deeper than if it's your friends. You can't cut them out as easily because you're probably staying at home and whatnot. You can literally ignore them. Do it anyway. They're not keeping you from doing it. So who gives a fuck? Just keep on watching the Daily Swole, plug into the Swole fam like you have been, and just ignore it. Ignore it. What do you do to ignore it and not let it get to you? That's on you. Anything you need to. Read more, listen to quality audiobooks, podcasts, put your headphones on, fucking do it, go for a walk, meditate more. That's on you. That's on you. A lot of people worry about judgment, what other people think. Fuck everyone else. Tell them to do this.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Or you can send them.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
I'll tell Les over here to send your family a hobo's dick cheese. See if they like sucking on that. Yeah. Fuck those jabronis and jabbernets. Tell me, I bet your family's overweight or obese. Not in a good way, but like, fuck them. Fuck them. You're going to have a lot of people in your life that disagree. Who cares? Shocker. Most people have no conviction. Most people don't give a fuck about their health. Most people don't give a fuck about exercise. Most people don't give a fuck about nutrition. Most people don't give a fuck about recovery. Most people don't give a fuck about mobility. Most people don't give a fuck about mindfulness. Most people have no drive, no ambition. They have had their imagination beat the fuck out of them through decades in school, through their workplace. Most people are lukewarm pieces of fucking shit. Facts. Okay? Most people have just lukewarm. Get the lukewarm people out of your life. Get all that shit out. Even if it's everyone, cut out all the fucking noise. If you believe in it and you have conviction, fuck everyone. No fucking lube. Fuck them all. I'm getting amped. This is fucking...
He's heating up!
I think I'm already burnt. I think I'm already fucking roasted. All right, Jaime. Lord James. Hello, sir. So no all protein is good for gains? Not necessarily. Not all protein is equal, that's for sure. What's your take on lamb and pork and other seafood, whitefish and shrimp as well? Shrimp, I believe, is a good source of iodine. This is hard to get quality. Seafood is just very sketchy because of the pollution, mercury levels and stuff. Not too familiar with, what do you mean by whitefish? You mean like tilapia or something? Tilapia is like a bottom feeding fish. Really not that good of an option. You're much better off just saying with grass-fed beef or wild game. Lamb, you can get grass-fed lamb. That could be a good option, especially if you're eating out. I think you're better off getting, if you have limited choices with food, lamb is usually a better option in general. If you're deciding between that or like grain-fed beef, for example, if you're eating out. Pork, you have to be kind of careful with wild pork versus, let's say, farmed or like, domesticated pork. Just make sure you're looking for a heritage breed or pastured pork or better options, but you definitely want to, definitely a higher quality source would be wild game or grass-fed beef. I opt for that more often than not. Mama Soyo laughs because when she's like, oh, I can make some chicken, I'm like, I don't want veggies tonight. Literally, fish is a vegetable for me. Fish and chicken are vegetables. For me, it's beef all day long. Nothing can replace beef for me. Personally, again, you're asking my opinion. This is my answer, but those can be options. Again, it comes down to the quality. The better the quality you can get, the better. It's just, the oceans are really polluted, really fucking polluted. Microplastics, mercury levels, nuclear waste and stuff from other shit. It's all in the environment. It's just better off. You can say the same thing. There's pollutants everywhere, but you have to minimize that or mitigate that. But I do like lamb. Lamb could be good. I haven't had it in a while, but I do have lamb tallow as well in the freezer. I've had that before. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can get quality lamb. I think at some supermarkets you can get like grass-fed lamb, or you can order it online. There's places where you can get grass-fed lamb. Trace, Papa Soli, have you ever trained in any martial arts? I've been mulling over incorporating Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu or something like that into my workout schedule. That'd be fantastic. Personally, I've dabbled in BJJ, but I never really stuck to it. I prefer just doing my fitness training and stuff. It's, anyone that practices, it's a big commitment and it takes a lot out of you. All those types of submission holds and stuff can be really stressful on the joints, especially if you're new to it. But there's a lot of people in the Swole fam that practice martial arts. I think the best ones, just my opinion from the outside and just from looking objectively, would be the ground game and the striking. So Muay Thai or boxing and a Jiu-Jitsu would be the best option in my opinion. So there's a lot of good, it's just the best for self-defense in my opinion. Again, my opinion and in most people's opinion would be something that you can actually apply, which would be a Jiu-Jitsu or a Muay Thai. So I would, if you're looking for a combination, definitely good, something that you can be upright, like a striking, like a boxing or a Muay Thai and a ground game like a Jiu-Jitsu. That'd be great. So it's just a commitment, and it's a different, it's different energy spent in different places, but it's good for your discipline. It's good for your personal self-growth. It's great for community. It's also, like I said, it's great for self-defense, or get into firearms. So as long as you have self-defense in one way, that's important, as long as you're training and practice. So nothing wrong with that. It's excellent. I think I think that should be, you have a lot of kids that get into team sports and stuff. That's all well and good. But I think every child, if you want the best thing for your child to help their development would be to get them into a martial art like jujitsu. I think I would think that's the ultimate for jujitsu, judo, something like that would be excellent for any child. For those of you that are parents, I would recommend that for your kids. That's what I would do. Krista, Papa Swole, can you create medals or awards for the different workouts? I am highly motivated by that. No, not everyone gets a medal, but if you complete it. What do you mean for for like the programs and stuff and for the workouts? Yeah, we've thought about some type of gamification. It depends on how that could be integrated. But yeah, there's different things that we are probably going to implement or roll out, whether it's like little rewards and stuff like that for completion of programs. The only thing is it's an honor code system, so it's really hard to know who is actually, legitimately, but there's some things that we've been kicking around, so definitely not everyone gets a fucking trophy. But I hear what you're saying, no doubt. No doubt. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Mr. Steal Yo Humanity. Papa, I'm new to the channel and just started listening to the podcast. Where do you get beef tallow for cooking? Thanks for the motivation. Hope to join the Swole fam soon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone say welcome to Mr. Steal. Don't steal anyone's humanity. It's not nice. You can order tallow online. You can actually get it even also on Amazon as well. There's many places in stores. Get it from local butchers, depending on where you live. I don't know where you're located, so it depends on your location, but you can even find it on Amazon. If you type in just beef tallow, you can find, because you don't have to refrigerate it in most cases. You can just store it in a cool, dry place, so you can get 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef tallow from so many places. And a lot of times, not that it's a waste product, it's not at all. It's just we go to a butcher, they have all this rendered fat that they, maybe can actually have for you, or you can do it yourself if they give you the actual beef fat. You can also render it yourself at home, but you can purchase it even on Amazon if you actually look as well, just if you want something quick. But also going to be, we were talking about this in the Swole fam. Tomorrow we're going to be talking a little bit more about this. There's going to be some other resources where I'm putting inside the Swole fam, and also my links for people that can access some of these products. Depends also, of course, where you live and where you can order it from. There you go, Adam. Papa's impacting my daily life more than I thought. I realized I had one last mango and just burst out in gorilla grunts. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing like remembering you got a piece of fruit. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Nikki, should I be eating my body weight in terms of grams of protein or slightly more? Yeah, you should be eating about a gram per pound of body weight, maybe a little bit more. Everyone's going to have to find what works best for them. But especially if you are trying to build muscle, you need sufficient protein. So you definitely want to get a substantial amount of protein in your diet. So that's a good marker, about a gram per pound, and then you can adjust depending on your total caloric intake and such. But for me, protein and fat is the go-to, and then you can filter in any kind of other carbs based around how you feel, maybe post-workout, stuff like that. But more often than not, people should be cutting back on low carb nutrition is just the answer for most people. Where you get your protein and fat sources might vary, but most people should be very hesitant to overdo carbohydrates. You'll notice a lot of times when people just do high protein, they do low fat and low carb, you're going to crash out because you're not getting any energy. You're not getting any real quality nutrients. You're just kind of sacrificing your muscle mass. So getting sufficient protein and sufficient fat, and then you can play around with your carbohydrate levels. Just be careful of those high impact carbs and processed carbs. All that shit should be cut out. Not to mention, if you're not getting quality sleep, your body is actually going to metabolize muscle and save fat. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you will actually store more fat and have trouble losing fat. So getting 7 to 9 consistent hours of sleep a night is essential for fat loss. It's going to be much harder, because your body will actually go for muscle first. Alex Papaswolio, since February, I've dropped 55 pounds. What? What?
Inconceivable!
Since February. Holy shit. Good for you, Alex. That's about 10 pounds a month. Gained some muscle. I knew it would come, but I finally hit the plateau. Still working hard, of course, and rearranged my split. But any advice? You're just talking about training. It has nothing to do probably with your split. How's your sleep? You covering all 7 pillars? What's your food quality? What's your training like? Are you sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night through the night consistently? Are you drinking enough water? Are you lowering other types of stress? What's your food quality like? Lots of advice. Rearrange your split, training hard. That's always going to be the same, but there's a lot of other factors with health than just training. But good for you. Keep it up. Another one from Adam. Why does it seem, Papa Swolio, why does it seem like no one wants to try on their health anymore? I don't think that's new. I'm only 20 and the lack of effort I see even in my age group is insane. Just rewind, watch my rant. Most people are so satisfied being average, they get life beat the fuck out of them in school and in the media. Everyone's just brainwashed today. No one wants to try it because they think it's out of their control. What's popular today is to offset responsibility to someone else. It's not your fault. What government, tell me what to do. Tell me how to take care of my health. Well, wear a mask, stay inside, and yeah, just stay inside. It's okay if you gain weight. You're in a pandemic. They don't give you any idea. They don't tell you need to fucking go outside. You need vitamin D. They don't talk about food quality. All you hear in the mainstream fitness even is just calorie restriction. That's not the answer. That's bullshit. It's not about counting your calories. It's about making the calories count. You need the nutrition. You need the micronutrients. Everyone's so obsessed with macros and they are completely oblivious to food quality. It's really sad. That's why, look, hammering the same fucking nail every day on the Daily Swole. That's why it's the Daily Swole, because it's every fucking day. Every day, the 7 pillars. Why do people not want to try on their health? Because they don't think it's important, because they're not educated properly, they're not taught properly. You're not taught to think for yourself. You're not taught to take care of your health. Why? Because there's so much profit from keeping you sick. There's so much profit from sending us into fucking unnecessary wars. There's profit from keeping you sick and feeding you trash. It's all the same, right? Don't tell people how to stay healthy. Just tell them to take a shot. And I say this on the fucking TikToks all the time. Look, a vaccine's not going to cure your diabetes. A vaccine's not going to help your sleep. A vaccine's not going to help your exercise. It's not going to build you muscle. Vaccine's not going to get you sunlight and vitamin D. Ain't going to do it. It's not going to do it for you. You can get your jabby jab every fucking month. You ain't going to get healthier. So you're not getting any quality information from all the places where you are taught, like a good little boy or girl, to get your information from. Stop sucking the teat and start thinking independently. John Papaswolio. What up, Jay? If you are aware of that old controversy, what did you think of the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO ranting about overweight people and refusing to serve them? I don't know that story. I vaguely remember making a video about Abercrombie. I think it was because there was some article about they were getting rid of abs or something in their marketing. But if you can follow up with that, I don't know the details. It seems like that's a very reductionist to what the person said. I just don't know the context. Refusing to serve overweight people, or does that mean we're not going to be making 4XL shirts? Like, what's the context to that? I'm happy to voice an opinion, but maybe you can go a little bit deeper into that. I don't know the details. Hey, what's up, Sam? All right, so we got an update because we talked about this a couple days ago. Sam writes, Papa Swolio, wife is getting on board slowly and is making somewhat better choices. She ended up ditching the really sugary alcohol, but went with a seltzer. I think it might be organic. Is that possible to make organic seltzer? Being a whiskey drinker on a rarity, I'm not up to speed on the seltzers. Is this a better option than the malt drinks like flavored Smirnoff? Oh God, yes. So you mean she's mixing something with seltzer or club soda rather than, that's absolutely a big difference. It's definitely an improvement. I mean, alcohol like that doesn't help. How much are you drinking? It's still calories. You get 7 calories per gram. So for context, in terms of calories, the problem with alcohol is that it inhibits your body's ability to keep water. It inhibits, just trying to remember correctly, you can always Google it. It inhibits antidiuretic hormone, which is something that's released by the body to tell the kidneys, hey, just let's not send out more water. So you actually urinate and pass out more water than you would normally. So it kind of makes you a little bit drunk and intoxicated and kind of fucks up the body. So it dehydrates you, which inflames the brain and such. And that's why hydration is very important. So you need to make sure if you're having a drink, make sure you're drinking water in addition to that. Like have a sip and then have some water. Most people just want to drink the alcohol. Like if you have a sip of whiskey, then have a sip of two of water. Just drink it along with it and keep it minimal. Also, yes, it's much better than the sugar because you're getting in those calories. But in terms of caloric value, there's 4 calories per gram of protein, 4 calories per gram of, it's actually, I think 4.1 technically, per gram of carbohydrates, 9 calories, 9.4, I believe, technically, for a gram of fat, and 7 calories per gram of alcohol. So you're actually getting close to the same amount of caloric value as fat without any of the benefits, without any of the nutrients, without, much of that. So it's definitely an improved. The flavored Smirnoff, I think you don't understand how much sugar is in that shit. And I don't believe they actually put it on the label. I'm not sure if I've ever seen, maybe they do. Sometimes on alcoholic drinks, they don't have the nutritional info. There's a lot of laws and ways you can avoid putting on the label for certain things, depending on what I don't know. But there's so much sugar. And that really fucks people up. Yvonne, Papa Swole, you might have answered this before, but is butter okay to cook in if you can't get beef tallow, or is ghee better than butter? Is it okay to cook in? I highly recommend tallow if you can't just order. You can, like I mentioned, you can order it online, and you can even get it from Amazon. It's much better. It's just better quality. You get better nutrient density, plus it's a higher temp. I think butter will burn pretty easily as long as you're not burning it. You don't want to blacken it. You're not trying to singe it. I've never tried cooking with ghee. I would assume that burns more easily than butter. But as long as you're doing it at a low temperature, you can cook with butter. You just want to make sure that no matter what you're cooking with, even tallow, you don't want to burn it. You don't want it to be smoking and black. It's carcinogenic. You're really destroying the nutrients too. That's why cooking with oils is awful, because they're lower temperature. I would recommend tallow if you can, but if you're doing butter, depending on what you're cooking, you can just, as long as it's low and you're just kind of heating it, that's the way to do it. I've never tried cooking with ghee, but I would assume it burns a lot easier. Just assuming. Maybe it's the same. Papa Solio, speaking of micronutrients, what daily supplements do you take? Organ meats. Take organ supplements. Fantastic. I put Celtic sea salt in my water in the morning. So you get tons of minerals as well, but organ meats will give you all the micronutrients that you need. Me. There we go. Got a little phlegmy in there. Sorry, Falcon. Freddie hates that shit. Hates when I don't know why. It's like I don't know why. Some people hate it when you pick your nails. Some people hate it when it's like a pet peeve. I don't understand why you care, but you're not even talking. You caw once in a while. So daily supplements, well, I got a bunch of them. I had some Mama Soy now. I had some raw grass-fed beef liver, so I eat that. So I really don't need a lot of the other supplements, but I have like the beef organ supplements. I have ones with prostate and testicle. I have some bone broth. I drink bone broth, or you can take some bone marrow supplements. I have like magnesium is something that I do take, in the evening. So I like the Natural Calm. You can check out in the Amazon store as well. So I'll take magnesium, the Natural Calm at night, and I also take magnesium threonate. There's different magnesium compounds that are good for muscle cramping, muscle soreness. There are ones like that are good for sleep. So those are some of the things that I do take. But if you're getting in your organ meats, you're getting your micronutrients, and you're able to absorb them. This is the problem with not getting in organ meats, is that if you're just eating lean muscle meat, you're missing out on the benefits. And a lot of people eat lean muscle meat. They don't eat the fat. They're eating grain-fed beef. They're eating lean cuts of grain-fed beef. They're missing all the quality nutrients. So grass-fed beef, get the fatty cuts, and you can, again, it can be expensive. I understand. It's not like grass-fed ribeye people can consume that all the time. That might be a delicacy for you because it's more, I wonder why it's more expensive. All right. I wonder why that's more expensive, but you can still eat, for example, you can still get leaner cuts of steak and cook it in beef tallow, boom, you're getting your extra fat. So that's a much more affordable way to do it. You can get, like, let's say you can get top sirloin grass-fed beef or grass-fed ground beef and then cook it in beef tallow and eat that shit. You could also get beef tallow in, in capsule form too. So there's a lot of different ways to get in your healthy fats, but organ meats, I would recommend that. Most vitamins that you're going to be consuming over the counter, most of those, multivitamins, your body's not going to really be absorbing the nutrients anyway from that. And especially when your body's trying to extract nutrients from vegetables and stuff, it's very challenging. You're not getting the same quality and absorbable nutrient value from vegetables. Think about how many pounds of vegetables you'd have to eat. Seriously, you're nutrient deficient in many ways if you're avoiding animal products, whereas you can just have a couple ounces of beef liver and boom. But vegans, for example, don't want to eat even a couple ounces of beef liver a week. That's it. Just people are missing those micronutrients. So don't worry so much about vitamins getting those beef organ supplements. So in my Amazon store, we love the Swole fam loves the ancestral supplements. You get the beef organ supplements. You get the black label ones. You can go to links.papasolio.com. That should also be in the Swole notes. Ooh, the Swole notes down below, or swolenormousx.com/links. Same thing. You can, the beef organs, the black label one, you'll have beef heart, liver, pancreas, spleen, kidney. Anyone else that has added beef organs or the organ supplements or eating the organ meats to their life, drop in the comments down below so Nikki gets some context. It's a game changer. It really is a game changer, and which makes it a life changer. All right, fam, hashtag Swole privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Do it, do it, do it. Do it. Pinch those nips. Drop some Swole privilege in the comments down below. Oh. Zoom in a little bit. All right. Let's see what we got here. Trace, are smoked meats, you mean like a smoker? I don't know. That's a good question. Are smoked meats? It sounds like it would be, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you if they're carcinogenic to what level. I don't smoke my meat. Ooh, that was a good one. That was not bad. Not bad. Yeah.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Not bad. Not bad. Didn't expect that one. So you might want to Google that one. I'm not sure. You mean having a smoker, like really low? I mean, you're just burying it in smoke for like hours. So might be. At the same time, it's a lower heat, is it not? I know that's how you're able to like hydrate foods and stuff in nature. You put it over like just smoke, very low heat for a long period of time. So I don't do it, so I don't know the details. It's the kind of thing like if I was interested in doing it, I would look into it. I just haven't. So if anyone else has any context on that. Not sure about the carcinogenic nature. Let's see. That's absolutely right, Aaron. Aaron writes, there's no money in staying healthy other than my yearly checkup. I haven't seen a doctor in years. Likewise. There's no money in keeping you healthy. Why? Think of the pharmaceutical industry. Billions of dollars. Why do you it's so convenient that the vaccines aren't really that effective and they don't really last that long. Oh, shocker. We just got to keep on pumping out these boosters and keep on jabbing. Right? Gert Vanderbosch on the Dark Horse podcast with Brett Weinstein was talking about implementing vaccines during a pandemic. Oh, it's going to add evolutionary pressure to spurn more variants. Like we always talk about, you need the fucking Swole variant. Everyone wants to get that shit. But no one wants to listen to evolutionary biologists. Man, what do they know? Just listen to Dr. Fauci. Did you guys hear what that fucking nugget said recently? He said that people who don't wear masks are encroaching on others' individual rights.
That's fucking bullshit.
Okay. You see that narrative, how everyone who's unvaccinated is getting blamed for everything now? Put a star on me already. Just fucking do it. When's the train coming in? What time's the train coming in? All aboard, motherfuckers. All aboard. Oh, get ready for the fear mongering. Wait till we get into the winter. Wait till we get into fucking October when the weather starts cooling down and people start getting sicker because they're going inside and they're not getting vitamin D and they're not taking care of their health. Wait till that shit happens. Oh yeah, it's the holiday season. And then people are keep on stuffing their face with garbage and people gain weight because it's Halloween and it's candy time and it's Thanksgiving so I can stuff my fucking face. And it's Christmas so I can stuff my fucking face. And it's New Year's so I could drink my fucking face off. Wait till that shit happens. But don't take care of your health now. Why would you? Why would you take care of your health? That doesn't do anything. It's not like sleep is one of the most important things for your fucking immune system. It's not like your gut-brain axis exists. It's not like your digestive system is paramount to your immunity response. It's not like causing constant inflammation in your body all the time is detrimental to your health or anything. But I mean, who am I? I'm just some fucking bearded guy on the internet. What do I know? Let's see, John, I'm fucking talk about heating up.
He's on fire!
All right, John. Let's see. All right, let's get into this Abercrombie and fuck conversation. Papa Swolio, before being heavily criticized. A second here. Hold on, scrolling up. I saw a comment that I wanted to. No, was that it? Hold on a second. Dun, dun, dun. You guys can all read this in a second. All right. Here we go. Boom. All right. Before being heavily criticized, the Abercrombie & Fitch head said, quote, "We hire good-looking people in our stores because good-looking people attract other good-looking people. And we want to market to cool, good-looking people. We don't market to anyone other than that." That's his actual statement. He refused going plus size for a while until he was canceled for it. What do I think? I think it's his fucking business for who he wants to make products for. Like, this is the problem with communism, socialism. This is the problem with this authoritarian takeover. Oh, everyone's feelings. He was canceled for it. Then don't buy the products. If you need a 4X or 5X, go to whatever, Torrid. You'll be a size 0 in Torrid. Whatever we talked about this yesterday. All right. If they don't make the clothes for you, a business, a company is not required to make clothes to suit your body. Come on. Only until recent years could I actually buy fucking clothes. I used to go to the sale rack at Banana Republic because I was broke and they had like $7 shirts that were kind of nice. And I remember I remember this after college, in one of like the summers after college. I would go to the mall to buy some clothes. And I remember actually this one instance where I put on this shirt. I was like, oh, this is really nice. Holy shit, it was $6.99 on the clearance rack. I'm like, fuck. And I went to put it on. I'm like, oh, it fit. And all of a sudden I put my arms through it and I ripped the fuck out of the sleeves. I'm in the dressing room like, oh shit. So it's kind of Peter Griffin from Family Guy just backing out, like, just completely ripped the sleeves. It was cutting off my blood supply in my arms. Because they're made for fucking guys who don't even lift. Does Banana Republic even exist anymore? They're made for dudes that don't even lift. It was a really nice fabric, but the arms were made for some dude that, I don't know, can't even lift a fucking pencil. It's meant for someone who can lift a soy latte with 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla into his fucking face. With almond milk. So, yeah, stores aren't supposed to... They have a market. It's called an audience. And then just because you don't like that they don't serve you, then don't go there. And if sales goes down, guess what? That's the customers. That's the market. That's the free market. That's people voting. If their sales go up, then guess what? People kind of like it. People kind of like it. They're voting for it. You don't like it? Then don't buy it. Go somewhere else. Or start your own business and boom, you'll be a billionaire. Make it. Make your own company. This is what happens when there's a market for something, then create a business and serve the market. What do you think entrepreneurship is? We're not taught to be entrepreneurs, right? Entrepreneurs, they solve problems. Businesses solve problems. Pain points, needs and wants. Oh, there's a market for that. Then make a product for it. And there have been. It's just, it's hard to find that much material if you catch my drift. Hey-oh, too soon?
Don't forget to wash where the sun don't shine.
And look, I mean, maybe that sounds like an asshole thing for the CEO to say. Okay, well, it's called freedom of speech. And if you don't like it, then don't buy it. That's the problem when you're like a public company and you have a board and you can get voted out or whatever like that. And people can pressure you out. That's why it's not a good move. Keep control of your shit and do what you want. That's what I do. I'll say what I want because it's my shit. You don't want to listen, then don't listen. You don't want to watch, then don't watch. You don't like what I have to say, you don't have to. Good looking people. Yeah, I guess. Right? They had abs and stuff like that. Sure. Okay. Whatever. We don't market to anyone other than that. Why should they? I don't market to pussies. I don't market to weak-willed people. I don't market to people that believe in fat phobia and believe obesity is healthy. I don't market to those people. You should market. You should market specifically to... No, I don't. It's not my business. Go somewhere else. If you want an arm around your shoulder, go to someone else that's going to fluff your fucking pillow and lie to you to make you feel good. Oh, shit. Nikki, thank you. I made my own elk broth. Oh, shit. That must be good. Next time we process our elk or moose, I'll keep this in mind. Very nice. Very nice. I do think you have to take the organs out like really like right away. Things like that, right? Can't be something much better than just fresh liver. Davey Dave, Papa Swole, I've been following you for forever on the IG, but just started listening to your show and you blow my nips all the way off. I rocked like 20 shows in the past week. Thank you, bro. Nothing like some rock hard fucking nips.
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
Nothing like it. Been blasting nips since 2016. Good for you. Cerny, the supplements are awesome. Made me feel great. Fantastic. Lauren Tatum, I was raised eating beef liver, so it's never been a weird thing for me to eat. Indeed. Terry, how do I detox from Tylenol and ibuprofen? Are there good foods that help with purging this from my system? I would focus on like probiotics and bone broth because ibuprofen can fuck your gut up. I don't really know too much about the downsides of Tylenol, like acetaminophen. I know some people have issues with that, but ibuprofen jacks up the gut. Don't quote, you can quote me on whatever you want, but I remember that there was I was listening to some scientist, like they didn't, because what happens they used to say that ibuprofen can cause ulcers because it inhibits, I believe, pepsin or some kind of coating that the stomach makes. It inhibits that. So it can cause more like wear in the stomach. But I believe that they did some like endoscopy or something. Someone was researching this and they found from people that were eating ibuprofen or taking ibuprofen a lot, like in their small intestine, there was all this mesh and webbing and like damage done to the small intestine that they never even realized from taking ibuprofen. They thought it was only for the stomach. So I never take that shit. Never. You're better off doing sauna regularly or cold plunging or a combination of heat and cold, strengthening your immune system, taking care of yourself. That's such a much better option whenever possible. But I would avoid taking any of that stuff. Most headaches and issues are things like either an allergy or a sensitivity or your body trying to kill off an infection, or dehydration is probably the most common cause. And food sensitivity is the most common cause for headaches and such. Dehydration is one of the number one. But a lot of people have migraines and issues and headaches for dairy or certain food sensitivities. I'm not sure what detox is necessary aside from not taking them and healing your gut. Just my thoughts. Josh, I'm all caught up with podcasts shared in the Telegram. You watch all that shit? When are we getting more Bitcoin info? We'll talk more about that tomorrow as well. Also, Josh, and for anyone in the Swole fam, yesterday we talked a lot about Bitcoin. We're talking a lot about it in the Telegram. So if you go to the Amazon store, Papa Swolio's Book Club is a brand new list with a lot of books. I put some stuff in there. You got like 1984 and Brave New World and some other cool things, some philosophy and why we sleep and some other content. But there's a lot of great Bitcoin books in there. Also in the header, when you log into your account, you will see the link. You'll see a couple links, one to the book club, but also if you're interested in purchasing Bitcoin, the link is inside the library right there at the top. It says purchase Bitcoin. But if you go to that site and you sign up, you get $10 free to buy Bitcoin. But also there's a lot of resources there. on Swan. There's a ton of resources in that link. So if you go to the FAQ, literally articles, it's one of the best places to find resources to learn more about it on that site where you click purchase Bitcoin. And you sign up and then you go through like the FAQ and all the education. There's tons and tons. It will literally explain it. It's every question. It's great. The education on that site is fantastic. So just scroll down to the bottom also too, and you see the links. It's awesome. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow for sure. We got a couple announcements tomorrow about the roundtable and the private streams, private podcast, and more things that we're going to be integrating there as well. So tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, if you're just tuning in now over here. And also, so tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. And a reminder, also, I mentioned this, just one thing else to say. Also going to be putting together another page for members, another page where you can click. So we have the book list via Amazon, because that's obviously the best place to look for books or to download for your Kindle or Audible. So that's a great place to organize the book list. But also I'm going to put together a page where you have just tons and tons and tons of links organized for all the podcasts and things where you can listen to additional content. So great other resource. I'll put it together on another page, kind of like the updates page, but I'll put that in that header too as well, so you can catch up there as well. Good question. And we'll get into it a lot more tomorrow as well with some of the things we're going to be laying out. I have to catch up to some more current questions. I think I need to scroll. I need to scroll. Scroll. I'm a little bit behind. Sounds like a Swole t-shirt. I agree. Blasting nips since 2016. Like the EST? Blasting nips since 2016. Oh. I agree. I'm marking that down. I agree. I think it's a shirt too. I think it's a shirt. I agree with that. Let's see. Your liver and kidneys. Not good. Kenny, beans were giving me migraines. Found that out. Yeah, lectins can be brutal. You know, if you're going to eat beans, you might want to look into pressure cooking them. But honestly, you're not getting... Look, I'm telling you, and this is not just a bias, you're getting more nutrition from eating things like grass-fed organ meats. You're getting much more... You're getting all your vitamins, you're getting your minerals, you're getting so much more nutrient density. And isn't that what you want? You want to be satisfied. You want to get your nutrients in, not have to stuff your stomach with just extra fluff and taking all these extra pills. You can get all your nutrients, and then you can fucking worry about your macros. And eating quality food, you're going to be great. Amber, Papa Swole, what are your thoughts on personal trainer? How do you mean? I'm a registered nurse, but would like to, for you doing it, but would like to start personal training on the side, especially now that hospitals are forcing the vac. Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't think for yourself. Just do it. It's criminal. That's criminal. That's evil. Isn't it weird? Is it not weird that you're being told, like, hey, give people $100 for getting it? Why are there bribes necessary? Why do you have to get a free donut every day to get it? Why are there raffles? Why do you have to get bribed to take it? Why the fuck does that not scare everyone? That's frightening. To be forced to do anything. Why? The fuck are you talking about? That's creepy as shit. Think for yourself. There couldn't be profit motives involved. There's only profit motives for everything in the fucking world. You think you fucking matter to them? You think you matter to big pharmaceutical companies? You think they give a shit if you're better or not? They prefer you aren't, and that you have to keep on shooting shit in your asshole every fucking month, which is going to happen. It's going to be all the time. It's going to be all the time. It's going to be every couple months, every fucking year. You do realize the flu, there's a new strain of the flu all the time. We've been fine. We're fine with the flu. We're fine with the flu. No one was like freaking out about you getting your flu shots or not. It's not much different. Maybe a little more serious for certain people, but I don't know. Kids die from the flu. Kids don't really die from this. Young people can die from the flu. People don't really die from this. Yeah, it sounds like sick and old people are dying from this, like sick and old people die from everything. Yeah, I'm going to stop making sense now. It's exhausting. All right, let's talk about, where were we? Let's talk about the question. What are your thoughts on personal training? In terms of what? So you want to start doing that? Okay. Well, one, it's a business like anything else. You need to think about how you're going to do it. You need to think about, are you doing it privately? Are you doing it for a gym? I have a lot of thoughts about it. I'm not trying to be, it's a valuable, necessary field. My thoughts on personal training. I'm very hesitant to give my thoughts on personal training because I'll give my thoughts on personal training from my perspective. However, I want to give you answers that you're looking for. Like, what are my thoughts in terms of what? The problem with people that do creative positions that are kind of like personal training or artists or thing, it's a business. You need to bring in resources, you need to bring in clients. So either you're working for a gym and they're providing you clients and taking a more substantial cut, but you don't have to worry about the sales, or you are doing it in person at people's houses, or you are renting space from a facility. Like, I have a lot of perspective and I've done a lot of it. So there's small group, there's boot camp style. There's obviously more complications because of other issues, like, you know, maybe restrictions from state to state, depending on where you're living. So it depends on how you're looking to implement it. You know, coming from a registered nurse background, you obviously have much more education. You have more to offer than the average person that's going in to be a personal trainer. It depends on how you're looking to implement it. The benefits, you can also do it online as well. You can do it online. You can remotely. There's other options as well. So I don't know. I kind of want to know a little bit more. Give me a little more context, because I can go in many different directions with that. You know, you're trading you're, like anything else, you're trading your time for money. Of course, you can charge what you want, but at the same time, you're dependent on individual people. I don't know. I want to know a little bit more. Just give me a little bit more direction, just like in general thoughts. Maybe someone else, if you're curious, you can ask, but it's a general question. I don't do it anymore for my own personal reasons. So you can be very successful with it. At the same time, it's a lot of physical work, and it's a lot of, you make money when you train, you don't when you don't. So you can't necessarily go on vacation and still, it's different. Depends on how you are structuring your training. Give me a little bit more direction to go, because I can definitely give you a ton of feedback, but that's a vague question. What are my thoughts on it? I mean, I don't do it anymore, and I never want to do it again. So that's my personal, but I've done so much training. I've done group exercise. I've taught thousands of classes, thousands of yoga classes. I've done boot camps. I've done major, seminars. I taught personal I taught personal trainers. You might not know this. I've taught personal trainers. I taught for about 4 years, teaching people to be personal trainers. I traveled the country teaching seminars, like 2-day seminars, 2 or 3 day seminars, teaching people how to teach, how to implement, for example, how to implement, for example, P90X when they were bridging with NASM to teach P90X in group exercise classes. So I would teach group exercise instructors how to teach their group exercise classes. So I have a lot of experience from doing it personally and also teaching trainers how to do it. But there's a lot of other things that go into a personal training business. It depends on how you're looking to execute on that. It can give you a lot of freedom, but it's also a business like any other, or it's a job like any other. So it depends on how you want to do it. If you're looking to do it for yourself or for a business. This isn't a question, bro. They're making it to where all healthcare professionals have to get the vac in order to keep working in healthcare. This is going to backfire, causing a dip in healthcare professionals, because now you have to, yeah, of course it will. Of course it will. It's going to cause a dip in people joining the military, anything. Of course. It's anytime you're mandating something, it's not a good thing, especially when you don't have the data to back it up. these mandates are awful, and they are not founded on they're not founded on proper data. And that's well known. That's well known. But the scarier part is the blame that's being disseminated for people as if like, if you don't do it, you're a bad person. If you don't take a shot, you're a bad person. No, you're making a choice for yourself. Worry about yourself. I'll worry about me. And from the look of your fucking stomach, for example, you should be worrying much more about yourself and what you do every day rather than whether or not I stuck an experimental drug in my body. It just makes sense. You do what's right for you. And we all hope for the best for everyone, but we have to kind of get over this weird politicization of science. And one of the chief proponents of the biggest problems is Fauci, who should probably be in prison. It's shocking that this guy is still. That's the fucking scariest part, is that this guy is still being listened to. How fucking retarded do you have to be to listen to that fucking guy at this point? And I'm not saying that because I'm a lunatic. No, I'm saying that because I think, and I have fucking eyes and ears, and I use them. You have to be a moron to listen to that fucking guy. Listen to smarter people that don't lie to you. Don't be an idiot. Nick, what the fuck? Literally, if you're listening, this guy's name is Nick, what the fuck? Papa Swole, I have a lot of pain in my left shoulder when I bench. What can I do to help the pain and improve my bench? First, stop fucking benching. Stop benching. You got to fix your shoulder. It's probably some sort of impingement. I would recommend practicing yoga, activating your posterior rotator cuff. I would opt for more like incline bench rather than flat bench. Flat bench is really generally unsafe for most people, especially with improper posture. But if you are insistent on flat benching, keep your elbows closer to the sides of your body. Don't flare them out. You're putting a lot of pressure on your shoulder joint. So I would recommend activating your middle traps, your lower traps, your posterior rotator cuff. You could do prone presses. You could do band-resisted prone presses. External rotation, lots of different things. For certain, yoga. All right. Dun, 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 dun. And no, by the way, for anyone that's listening, like, oh my God, I'm like Papa Swole, he's no, I'm not anti-V. I'm not anti-vac. I'm not even going to say the thing because it's going to flag more shit. I'm not anti-vac. I'm anti-stupidity. I'm anti-mandate. I'm anti-experimental vac. I have vacs from when I was younger. I have the important ones, right? I have all the ones that normally kids. I'm not anti that. That's a weird thing. Oh, you're an anti. No, stop labeling and stop making everything extreme. Just because someone uses their brain and has a thought for themselves doesn't mean that just because you don't like using your brain doesn't mean no one else should. Oh shit, there's more here than me. There's more here. Amber, thank you. I'm a competitive power lifter and fucking love lifting. 52 kilogram weight class for the win. Fuck yeah, good for you. I've worked with many unhealthy people who are overweight and sick, and I want to educate them more on the benefits of a healthier lifestyle. It's not even for money. I just want to help others. Well, do it for money. Don't get stuck with that. It's not just even for the money. I mean, the fact that do what you want to do, what you love, regardless if you get paid, but you definitely want to make money. That's a good thing. And also you definitely want to get paid because then you're going to attract people that value your services too. You don't just, it's a business. It's a business. You deserve to get paid for a good service. My concern is that I don't want to seem stupid because I've seen tons of people who claim to be, this is like a 9-parter, personal trainers and they suck ass. Indeed. So my question is, would it be better to reach clients through social media or local gyms? All the above. So, I mean, social media is definitely going to multiply your abilities. Now there's certain like good hacks and you can use Facebook ads to do local targeting. It's much harder. It's much harder to reach with paid ads now just because of, COVID really ramped up everything, not to mention new privacy updates from iOS. It's much harder to target with Facebook ads, as people navigate towards other platforms. but it's still very good. It's still going to be very effective, in my opinion, for like physical locations because you're doing physical training. You can really target within a small physical radius, which would still put you. Most individual personal trainers are not going to be running, targeted ads in a specific area. So it's much different if you're trying to broadcast throughout the entire United States and doing online training, for example. Obviously, that's much more competitive than your 15-mile radius by where you live. So you can definitely have some quality things. Word of mouth is going to be wonderful, of course. You could put up flyers or put up things in local gyms or, just get more involved with the community and such. So that can be definitely awesome for you. I mean, it's always anywhere you can reach. You always want to go where the attention is in terms of getting people's attention. So wherever people are paying most attention, wherever their eyes are, that's where you want to be. So local gyms, you could do that too. Depending on the gym, if it's a big box gym, they're going to have in-house trainers or they're going to outsource to like a third-party company that will handle their training, which a lot of companies do to offset responsibility, insurance, and not have to deal with it. They'll have like a third-party company that handles their training like a lot of big gyms do. You might not see that on the outside. They might be wearing the shirts, but legally they might be actually like just contracted by the business. But smaller independent gyms, you can always go around and see what their situation is, what their rent policy is. A lot of times it'll be either per head. Sometimes they'll allow you to do like a drop-in rate, like, hey, you train a client, it's $10 per client, or it's $500 a month or $750 or $1,000, depending on where you live and what you're doing. Let's see. Would it be better to reach? There is no better. I mean, maybe you want to, it depends on where you live. Maybe you can do well by holding a sign on the side of the street, which I don't really think. If you wear a bikini, you never know. Hey, Papa's a misogynist. Boo, boo. Shame on me. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Do it like a hot girl car wash, like free training. You get a lot of people. Anyway, that being said, har, joke. So definitely social media for sure. And posting content that helps others, tagging it on social media, like the right hashtags, the right geolocation, using Instagram stories and tagging locations and tagging areas. I'm not sure how that will work now in 2021. It did in the past. If you were like doing stories or Instagram stories and tagging, let's say your gym or tagging your location, people usually get notified or they might be recommended something in their location because there's a lot of geolocations and Instagram and Facebook. They're really trying to push more Instagram stories again and video content, trying to compete with TikTok. So you can get a lot of it that way. Just making sure it's very specific to your area in person. So just some ideas. I don't spend too much time on that because I'll just keep on going and thinking. But if you have any more follow-up questions specifically, I'm happy to answer. So the answer is like, would it be better? It depends. It depends. Like, for example, Amber, you might just start training a client and boom, they recommend all these people to you and like, whoa. But that's the thing with in-person training is that you only have so many time slots. So it's hard to multiply your time and make your time work for you. So it depends on what like your availability is. But at least now, by not being a nurse, at least you won't be getting eye fucked by fluorescent lights and being exposed to high concentrations of disease and viruses, and you'll get some more sun, you'll get some better sleep. You don't have to work shit shift anymore. Ridiculous 12 or 16-hour shifts. You'll actually be appreciated. Carb Maven, Papa Swole, are you aware Foodie Beauty is now into drugs and is worse than when you offered her help? No, but I'm not surprised. I don't follow her content at all. What do you mean into drugs? What do you mean into drugs? Like what? Like heroin or crack? What are you classifying as a drug? Oh, shocker. She's worse than when I offered her help. Oh, shocker. She didn't get better. She didn't succeed on her own because she was doing so well. Not surprised. It's unfortunate, but not surprised. Doesn't get better. Yeah, John, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. I love when people say, oh, you're just pushing this or you're just selling. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pay to play. That's why the Swole fam doesn't have fucking jabronis in it. Because people are fucking investing in their health and they have skin in the game. You want to build. That's why the Swole fam's the fucking tits. Because we're all invested. We're all putting our time and energy into what this is everyone. We're creating this ourselves. So, we're only here right now because of the support of the Swole fam.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
And it does do it for me. It does it for all of us. Fucking Swole fam. Damn straight. Yeah, we could always use good personal trainers. We need more people putting out good information. So I think you're in the right place. It's good shit. Whatever dude. Literally, this is a whatever. This guy's name is whatever dude. YouTube putting greasy food ads when I'm watching an exercise video. LOL. Yeah, but then they'll ban pages for speaking facts. I told you. No, I didn't tell you on the podcast. This happened yesterday. So by the way, if you follow the Daily, I forgot this. If you follow the Daily Swole on TikTok, the reason why I haven't posted today and I won't be posting until the 3rd is because I got banned again. I should play the video. I don't have it right here on my hand. I got banned until the 3rd of August. I don't know why it was 3 days rather than 1 day, but I got banned for saying that men and women have equal rights, but men and women aren't equal in all aspects. What'd I say? That's not all I said. That was the caption, but I got banned on the Daily Swole TikTok. I was saying something, I don't know. I said men have equal rights, but that doesn't mean that men and women are like physically the same. And I don't know. I said there's a reason why people don't watch the WNBA and they don't get paid the same because people don't watch the games. And if people fill up their seats like a Taylor Swift concert, they get paid more. It's just supply and demand. And someone didn't like it. Shocker. So got banned for speaking about biology. Womp, womp, womp. Yes, sir. But I'll be back. I'll be back in 2 días. In 2 days, we'll be back. We'll be back soon with some more logic and common sense. Holy shit, crack, meth, and coke? Are you serious? Ugh. All right, well. Foodie beauty, huh? Crack, meth, and coke. So is she losing weight because she's coked out? Usually people that are on coke usually fucking shred up. What's something you believed to be true but not anymore? What? Like, what do you think? Where does it start? That school educates people? How about that? That education actually is supposed to educate, that word means something? Imagination over education. Self-educate. I mean, I don't know. Take your pick. Learning new shit every day. What's something you believed to be true but not anymore? That Santa Claus existed? That there was an Easter bunny? I mean, I believed a lot of stuff when I was little. But not anymore. About what in particular? A lot. A newt. The little rascal has spirit. All right, more questions. What do we got? What do you want to talk about? Tyler, when was the last batch of Swole cards sent out? There's more still coming. A couple weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? I don't know. They'll come out. Next ones will come out soon. I think we need some more stamps. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you will soon. Yeah, Chris Farley was a cokehead. Yeah, well, food addict too, but har. Let's see. I used to believe, this is Matthew, I used to believe the quality of food didn't matter, just the amount of calories. Most people believe that today. Papa Swole. Ooh. Let's get some America on this one. Hold on. All right, I'll take it. It was off axis, so judge accordingly. Car Maven, when shutdowns happen again in the fall, will it be game over? In what sense? In what sense? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but this country is already fractured. So where are the shutdowns happening? In what sense? And game over how? In what sense? Florida ain't shutting down. I don't think Texas is shutting down. It depends on where. The extremely liberal cities will, like New York will. San Francisco and LA will. Chicago will. Worldwide financial ruin and revolution here. As opposed to, what do you mean? As opposed to what's going on now? There's already financial ruin. It's just most people don't know it yet. It's already been happening. So this is the process. It's not overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. It's already happening. It's already worldwide financial ruin. It's just being delayed. It's just being perpetuated by the Fed and the central banks. Like it's just kicking the can down the road. It happened years ago. It happened like a long, long time ago, but it really fucking happened in 2007, 2008. And a revolution here in the United States. What do you think's going on right now? Not saying that you're obviously posing the topic. I'm not saying like you're disagreeing, but this is a revolution already. Personally, I think it's too late, unfortunately, in many ways. In many ways, it's too late. Like the institutions have already been captured. Science is completely captured. Like you can't get actual science because of the funding. You can't get actual health information because of the funding, because big food and big pharma are so far up and intertwined with the government's asshole. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. And once you have technology capture like you do with the internet, like it's already there. Like, what do you think critical race theory is? What do you think Marxism is? What do you think what do you think all this this reinstitution, intersectionality, that's the revolution. That's class warfare. That's literally what's happening. The wealth disparity, the largest wealth transfer in human history. It's all happening. And it all comes back to the money. It all comes back to that. It's just institutional and financial rot, and that's been happening for decades and decades, which is why we've been talking so much and been ramping up the conversation, trying to educate a lot of people in the Swole fam about Bitcoin and about why do you think there are all these, quote, threats? Oh, they're going to ban Bitcoin. Oh, they're going to regulate. They can try, but that's fundamentally how Bitcoin's designed. That's what decentralization means. That's why it's so important. And why do you think there's a lot of talk about, and people are scared? Yes. Yes. Pretty much the opposite of everything you will hear in mainstream and anything you'll hear from the government. It's usually completely the opposite. And you'll be fine. The opposite of what most people do and what most people think is usually the right direction. The opposite. When people sell, it's usually a good time to buy. When people are buying, it's usually mania. It's usually a good time to pull back. The problem is, social media is magnifying the smallest lunatic fringe on both sides because algorithms are biasing towards engagement and people get more angry and more scared and have more reactions to the fringe. And social media is overly magnifying. If you go out in the real world, you don't see all this lunacy unless you're living in cities. You don't see this fucking massive crime surge. You don't see all this, just this psychotic brain damage. So it's just exemplifying the minority. And that's the problem. It's being blown way out of proportion, but that's why it's ramped up so fast. There's so many grifters. There's so many grifters that are just manipulating. And it's shocking. It's embarrassing in many ways to be a human when you see other people. How the fuck do you not see people that are milking these, just milking these situations and milking these tragedies. And it's very embarrassing. It's embarrassing from like an IQ level. But the shutdowns will happen in these areas. They will happen. They're trying to prime everyone for this. Again, this is why Fauci was saying, like, things are going to get worse with COVID. Yeah, you implemented a vaccine in the midst of a pandemic, which is what's spurning all these other variants and will continue to. My internet just cut out. Why did hold on, my camera just shut off. Why'd that shut off? Hold on a second. Are we still live? Is this something I said? Whoa. Was that just, did anyone just see that shit? And now my bandwidth cut off. Jesus Christ, man. Is that a coincidence, fam? Bro. How many fucking times? Hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. I don't know why that went off. Yeah, nice little hiccup. Just a little bit, kind of convenient timing. This kind of continues like this honestly, we've kind of touched upon this before. I really love, and I'll say this now because we're still here. I really do love doing the podcast publicly. I really do. But this, again, this continues to make me want to go completely private with all the episodes. It really does. It really does. Obviously, the podcast and the audio, you can always get an RSS feed. But shit like this is just, I'm so tired of this shit. So, anyway. That was... What were we talking about again? Oh, yeah, puppies. Fam, what's your... Everyone have a puppy? Anyone like puppies? Yeah, this is actually I see another question here. I'll get to yours in a second, Tyler. Good question. Someone said, definitely a good point. Who said this? Dun, 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 dun. Where was it? Someone said this. Oh yeah, Card Maven, stock up on your home equipment now. Now would be the time. No joke. If you are interested, if you live in a place, here it is. Florida, been open the whole time. If you live in a place where you had lockdowns before, now is the time to start buying home equipment. Start putting it together. Because you know what happens when there's lockdown happen again? Shit's going to be out of stock and there's going to be people not going to work. There's going to be shipment issues. There's going to be supply line disruptions. Stock up on your shit now. It's always a good advice. All right, and here's the thing. I said this before. If you didn't learn from last year that you need to have your fitness and you need to have your shit in control now, like you need to have at least you can still go to the gym if it's open, but you need to start putting together your shit. You can also ask your gym, like, hey, are there any equipment? Is there any equipment that you're looking to sell? Maybe get some new stuff. I'm looking to buy anything, maybe like a dented dumbbell. Maybe you don't have a lot of money. There's a lot of damaged equipment that might be laying around the gym. They're like, oh yeah, we got some dumbbells in the back. Sometimes gyms will have an old dumbbell that they'll use to prop open a door. You might be able to get some cheap shit if you don't have a lot of money. You can always, people yard sale that shit all the time. Get it now. I think Rumble has live stream. Do they? I have an account on Rumble. I was actually going to post yesterday, but if anything, I was going to upload the cast. The live stream is important to me. It's actually essential. But at the same time, FYI, like everything I have is private hosted. Like we have private live stream. We do this every Monday and we do masterclass. We do completely privately hosted live streams. So we have that capacity. In terms of the podcast, that's fine too. most of you might not know how to get a podcast. You can get a private podcast. All you need to do is add the RSS feed into your podcast app. It doesn't have to be in the Apple Podcast Store. All it has to do is pull the RSS feed from anywhere. So you'll always be able to get the Daily Swole. Don't worry. Like this, the show is not going to stop. But the live streaming is really getting uncomfortable. And honestly, like if you think it's bad now, wait till 2024 when the next election comes around. I mean, talk about the ban hammer. Can you imagine how bad it's going to get in a couple years? Even maybe around the midterms, even just talking anything. I don't know. It's just going to be very, very hard, I think, to even voice. I know we're kind of put into a corner here on YouTube and they kind of let me do my thing for now. Honestly, they could probably ban me for anything I've said over the past 6 fucking years if they felt like it. But they kind of let me play in my little sandbox over here. And for some reason, they don't notice, maybe, which is also a reason why the channel doesn't grow, because they don't distribute my shit anymore because we talk about reality, I guess. So I'm not going to change how I do things, but there's going to come a time where something's going to get, something's going to get chopped. The problem is they could ban the channel and they could ban the channel and no one's going to, no one, we would all notice, of course, but they don't care. They don't care. But does Rumble do live streams? Because I don't know if I think currently now, I don't know if Odyssey is weird. I was streaming there, but it was kind of a pain in the ass. I just didn't want to do the extra stream there. I don't know how many people were watching. It might be streaming to Odyssey now because I left it just on, but I don't know if it's actually coming through anywhere on Odyssey. I don't know if anyone wants to go check, but Swolenormous on Odyssey. ODYSEE. I don't know if it's actually currently live. It says it's online, but I'm not sure what's showing up because I didn't update anything. I just left it on for the multi-stream. I don't know if anyone's watching over there. I don't know. So if you want to go check, actually, I'm curious if anyone wants to pop over there. Let's hope so. Let's hope so in terms of the shift. Well, there's definitely a lot more public pushback, but understand if they cut off communication, that's the problem. You cut off communication and then you can't communicate. And of course, the authoritarian left has control of all the major communication platforms. They do live stream. What the fuck? Then I want in. I would absolutely stream. I like streaming wherever I possibly fucking can. I would absolutely stream on. How come I didn't know about this? Let's see. Live? Ooh, or do I, you know what? Maybe I wonder if I need like a certain. Maybe you need like a certain account too. Let me check. Rumble fact. Live streaming. See, I'll do it. Live streaming has now been released for all users in a paid publisher package of $25 or more. Hot damn. I feel like It's a Wonderful Life. Hot dog. So I am doing that. All right, cool. You guys want to watch? I'll stream on Rumble. No doubt. I don't know if I'm going to do it on Swolenormous. I'll probably just start the Daily Swole on Rumble. I'll do that. No doubt. Fuck yeah, man. The fuck was that? Yo, there are so many noises going around. Jesus Christ. What in the world? Checked on Odyssey, but no luck. What says it's streaming? All right. I was wondering if that leaving it on would actually stream properly. All right. So whatever. In other words, I know how to stream there. I just haven't. Maybe I have to start a new one because I left it on. It says online, but I guess it's online to nowhere. No, Rumble is another app. All right, cool. So I'll definitely be. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to see. I'll sign up for that whatever paid publisher, and then I'll stream there too, I suppose. What the fuck, man? Why is this going out? I'm not getting any overheating on my camera. Unless like, see if I turn it off and then I turn back on. Why? Why does it go back on? I wonder if it's like my power. Jesus Christ. What is going on today? There is like thunder and shit. I wonder if there's like some kind of, I don't know why that, if that keeps going out, that's a problem. I don't know if that's my power thing, but it goes right back on. All right. I think today isn't, I think it's enough. I don't know what's going on here. I have to see where that's plugged in because all the other cameras are working fine. It's all working fine. I have a backup. So, I mean, we'll see if that happens tomorrow during the accountability meeting. At least the camera goes off and at least it goes back on at least. But that's the first time that's ever happened, period. So I'm hoping. Now the plug's not loose. No, the plug's not loose. Because all I do is literally I turn it off and turn it back on and then it comes back on. So either it's overheating, but it's not showing me any overheating signs. It could be. I mean, it's fucking hot. I'm starting to sweat. I don't know. Let's wrap this shit up then. Let's wrap this shit up. Tyler, let me look for Tyler asked a question. I don't remember what the question was. Let me see if I can find it quick before I lose power. At least we didn't lose audio. So it could be, we've had worse. At least it's not buffering. Or maybe it is. Who knows anymore? I'm blue. Tyler, what's a good starting point for a content creator who films YouTube videos and looking to upgrade? What do you mean? Upgrade what? Dude, you're like, you need to be more with all your questions. You need to be more specific with most of the questions. Like, let's get detailed. Like, upgrade what? You mean the camera? A good starting point? Like as opposed to your phone? Drop that in the comments if that's what you mean. What's a good starting point? Well, the phone is fantastic. I would recommend make sure in terms of doing video, the most important thing is audio. You don't want shitty audio. That's one of the, like people will watch a video that might not be the best quality if it has great audio, but they won't watch a good video with, if it's terrible audio, people flip off. Audio is the most important in my, so it depends. How, like, what are you looking to film? Are you looking to hold the camera? Or are you looking to, like, how much are you looking to spend? You can get great stuff used. You can get great stuff used. You can look on OfferUp and Craigslist and all that stuff. You can get, there's a lot of great stuff used. So it depends how much money you're looking to spend and what are you looking to do with the camera. All right. Because there's some cameras that might have better built-in audio mics. A lot of them can be really sketchy. If you're doing it indoors, you might be able to get away with the mic. You can also record the mic separately, but then you have to sync the audio. There's different ways to do it. So there's like the most inexpensive way, which would just be my recommendation. Like the most inexpensive would be to use your camera or phone, and to get better audio, you might use a lapel mic with a Zoom H1. You spend $100, you can get a $200 or $300 camera, $400, you got audio, or you can get a used Canon like M50 or something that might have a microphone port, which you can get an extra microphone on top for maybe $60, get like a Rode Video Micro or something like that for vlogging. All right. So you're carrying around your camera. So when you're vlogging, you generally want image stabilization. So I would recommend, if you're just starting out, you just need to execute. Okay. So it might not be the best for audio, but even like a G7X, you can get a G7X Mark II for probably like, oh shit. You can get a G7X Mark II for probably like $400 or $500. There's no external microphone port, but it has great low light and great image stabilization. It's got the flip up screen, and you'll notice I have the little, you can put a little sticker here, you get a little wind muff. So it makes it a lot better. But if you're outside a lot, you need that because you have just shitty designs sometimes where it makes it like a bottle, which is really a shitty place. You don't want to put a microphone on top. It's kind of stupid. But the G7X Mark II is a great fucking camera. That's a great camera. It's really light. You can put it in your pocket. Battery lasts a long time. Shoots 60 frames per second, 30 frames per second. It's fantastic. There are a lot of great videos I film with this. A lot of the stuff I used to film in gyms were like this. Obviously, I get like a magnet, boom, stick it right to the squat rack and train. A lot of the footage from in the gyms and stuff like that, or a lot of training footage is filmed with this video, with this camera. You could also get something like a Zoom H like this. You can record audio, but then you're holding a camera and recording. So this, then you have to sync audio and do editing. But this is a great microphone. Hold on a second. So this little gadget, Dun, 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 dun. This is a great microphone. It's short. You can get a wind muff for this. This is a great little, what is the Rode Video? There's a Rode Video Micro. I think this might be like $60. So if you get a camera that has a microphone port, this is a great starter mic. You know, you're going to have better options or better audio if you get like a Rode Video Mic Pro, because they have an extra battery, it's self-power, but then you're going to spend like $250, $300 on a mic. So bottom line, you want to get something that's really functional that helps you execute, and then you upgrade from there. You never want to over upgrade. Anyone that starts vlogging, that starts spending a lot of money, trust me, you know, anyone who's good at what they're doing, like I could vlog and film all my content. I could literally, if I needed to, and I do often, I could literally do all the shit I need to do with an iPhone, and you wouldn't know the difference. Just because I know how to talk, I know how to film, I know how to, you know, you can make a phone do, like the phones today are fucking unreal. So you can do a lot with your phone. Jesus fucking Christ. It might be overheating. It might just be too hot in here. I don't know why this is cutting out. I'm actually curious. We'll see what happens tomorrow. This is it might be the heat. It's a little bit hotter today. I don't think it's electrical. I'll look into it. If it happens again tomorrow, I'll start playing around. I'm not really worried. It just started happening today. So the fact that it turns back on gives me hope. It's not the camera. Maybe it's the battery. I forget. I have to check and see where that is plugged into. I have power strips and different outlets, so I have to see. But usually when it says it's too hot, it shouldn't be streaming too hot. If I was filming in 4K, it would overheat at this point. But the other cameras aren't. Yeah. But I would recommend if you're doing vlogging, you want to be able to see yourself. So there are a lot of, get a used camera. You can get a Sony RX 4 or 5, but Sony, you're going to pay more. These are all Sony cameras. This is a Canon. Canon has really great color too. But honestly, the Canon G7X Mark II is great. You could even get the Mark I. Seriously, you could probably get the Canon G7X Mark I for, fuck, man. I mean, you can do a Google search or even eBay. You could probably get for $300 a Mark I, because they're already on the Mark III, but I wouldn't get the Mark III. It has a microphone port, but I think they botched a couple things with that release. I don't think the autofocus was good, but the G7X Mark II is great. I got this soon after it came out. Again, a steal from either OfferUp or Craigslist, like $500 when it was selling for like $700. I got it for $500. You get a little plastic screen. Like, this thing's fucking sick. It's a great camera. Like, I would still use it. And right now, like, I'm really in the mode, I don't want to upgrade shit. You really want to max out your content. You really want to max out what you're doing. You don't want to spend money. You want to go spending money on shit that you don't need. People so commonly just overspend and think they need this whole setup. Like, I have a microphone right here for a shotgun mic. I have so many different things. And that could be something inside Swolenormous X that we talk about. Like, literally can have, I mean, I've maximized everything I do is maximized for efficiency. So it's all about executing more. Whatever helps you execute, like whatever helps you film, that's what you want to use. So at first I thought I was going to use a Canon 70D, and I was going to vlog with it like Casey Neistat. You know, everyone thought that at the beginning. It's like, it's a fucking beast. You want to carry that fucking thing around? Terrible. I never wanted to hold it. It was awful. You want something that's going to help you execute. And that's why a lot of my shit I used to do with my phone, because I would film with it. So you want to get a camera that will help you execute more, not make it encumbered, because you have to know how to use these cameras. You can't just get a camera and have great picture. A lot of these cameras that you see, oh, they have a DSLR or they have a mirrorless camera. Yeah, like all these cameras, it's not just a Sony or a Canon. It's like, I have lenses. Like the lens makes the camera. The bodies are throwaway. Those get upgraded all the time. The lens, the glass, that's why you see lenses for $700 or $1,500. They're more expensive than the cameras because that's what's important. The autofocus and stuff is cool, but it gets to the point where unless you're literally doing like the highest end music videos, you don't need the latest shit because the upgrades are so minimal. You can get really too obsessed with like, oh, they came out with another pixel. It's like, oh my God, I want that one. Most of the time you just need to do better work with what you have. You have an iPhone 11 too? Bro, you have a better phone than I do. You have a better phone than I do. Do you have like the 3 little things. I don't even have that. I have enough. I'm waiting to the next one to get another phone. I have the XS Max. I still use that phone. Oh, it is. Oh, there we go. Oh, I figured it out. Cool. We'll stick here. Oh, I figured it out. It's too hot in here. It's too hot. It's too hot. Papa Swole is too fucking hot. He's heating up.
He's heating up.
I was right. So I must not have seen that right at the beginning when it went off. It said internal temperature too high. So camera's fine. It's just a default. You see what I mean? That's important. So for example, we'll continue like this. Yeah, good thing I have other camera. You know, maybe we have to move from that camera just too long. May have to get a fan on it or something. I just don't like the audio. So I have so that's common too. If you use, for example, 4K a lot of times cameras that are small have a smaller body of a mirrorless camera. There's less space, so it's harder for it to cool off. So if you shoot in a higher footage like 4K, cameras tend to overheat. So a lot of times they'll be like, hey, with this camera, you get 4K, but then you shoot in 4K and it's barely usable. So I think for the Canon G7X Mark III, they came out, shoots in 4K, but you can only get 3 minutes for it fucking overheats. And then if you're outside, you have to wait like 20 minutes. It's a waste of time. You can only get 3 minutes of footage and then you have to stop using your camera. So 2 cameras. Oh, I still got fucking cameras, but these are different cameras. So apparently that one, I don't know, can't handle it. These are all Sony's too. These are A6000s. That's an A6400. I've never had that problem before. It is hot in here. So it might just be, it's starting to, like, you hear thunder and stuff. So it might just be really humid. I am starting to sweat more than normal. So it just might be a hot day today. I did close the window though. So I wonder if that was enough to make the difference. The AC was off. So I thought about maybe keeping the air in, but maybe that was enough of a difference. That's the first time it happened. So, and that I changed. So hold on a second. Let me see. Well, we can just play it like this. At least we got the backup. Let's see. Can I go? Let's see. Was that a little black and white Papa? It's all right. We're still good. All right. It's overheating. Yeah, I'm fucking overheating. All right, let's get away today's Swole card, fam. I'm going to look into the Rumble thing. I think we definitely need another streaming platform. I'll start another account, the Daily Swole. So then I already have that one, but I'll start that up there and I can send you links. And I don't know if there's chat over there, but anywhere else you can stream, it's a benefit. And yeah, swolenormousx.com tomorrow. I'm a little disoriented. I'm thinking about a bunch of stuff now. Tomorrow, accountability meeting, 12 noon Eastern time. All right. We'll talk more about it. So we're going to go deep. So tomorrow we'll talk about live streaming. Tomorrow we're going to go hard. We'll talk a lot more about, a lot more about Bitcoin, other resources and stuff like that. And some of the new things we got coming on. And another reason why we're doing it earlier is because around this time, the sun is the hottest over here. So usually doing it by like 11, 12 o'clock is better. So that's another reason why it's either been very late or earlier in the day, probably for this reason. And I was right. Just never had that happen. Didn't think about that. Interesting. All right. So let's see. Let's give this away. Good fucking red, white, and swole Q&Anus. Excellent. Again, join swolenormousx.com. And because shit's fucking hitting the fan anyway, we had some interesting internet blips as always when we start talking about facts, but head on over to swolenormousx.com because in the case that anything does get officially shut down, the podcast will still be going public, but the live streams will be 100% private. And you never want to miss a single episode because we're going to keep on going hard. So fam, let's give it away. Here we go. Busting at the nut. Come on, Falcon, take it. Full privilege. Who's going to get it? Oh, Lisa Trotner. Congratulations. I have to put myself in the corner. I got to use the other camera. Black and white Papa. Black and white binary Papa. What's going on? Congratulations, Lisa. Everyone say congratulations. Oh, be nice. Everyone, be nice, be nice, be nice.
You know the thing about a shark? He's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Congratulations, Lisa. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, swolecard1913, and we'll send you that in your mailing address in the body of the email, of course, and we'll send you that Swole card. Always have redundancies, right, fam? Always have redundancies. See, look, one camera goes down, does not matter. We still keep making those gains. Nothing stops the Swole fam, and nothing stops the Swole fam. All right, congratulations, Lisa. Send us that email. Congratulations. And let's nut this beesh, and we'll see you tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. It's going to be fire. Join right now over at swolenormousx.com so you don't miss out tomorrow. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Be there, or you're going to be a fucking shape. You're going to be a parallelogram. You're going to be a square. Remember, a square is a parallelogram, but a parallelogram is not necessarily a square. The more you know, fam. The more you know. Nut this beach, Falcon.
I arrive in America's airport with clothing, US dollars, and a jar of gypsy tears to protect me from AIDS.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Pop open that window. Do your little dancey dance. Still got the piano though. Still got it.
Shampoo my crotch.
Well, thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 1900 and 13 of the Daily Mother Swole. Holy shit, I'm dripping. Fuck. I'm dripping.
My name's Forrest Gump. You lose.
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
See you tomorrow for the accountability meetings, you fucking beesh. The thunder. So fancy. Fancy, Papa. Fancy.
Boom shakalaka! Chicks will dig you. Or dudes, or whatever gender thing you're into.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Come on, man.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the goal. You know the thing.
Oh, yeah.
He's on fire!
I am the danger.
This is Strickland.
I have an idea. All right, so what we're gonna do, like before I had a fan, like a big fan, because I was getting hot. I'm okay sweating a little bit, but can't have that camera going off. What I'm probably gonna do is get one of those little tiny fans. I don't think that should bother the air, like a little tiny, with those little clip fans. It just kind of blows in the camera. That might take a little bit of the edge off, just in case that starts happening again, because if any of you know Florida, like, just so you know, everyone's like, oh, August, it's a summer. It hasn't started yet. Like the summer in Florida is like September. It's going to fucking melt nips. It just starts becoming like, holy shit. So we're kind of coming into like the peak of it. And so we'll see what happens. But be here tomorrow. swolenormousx.com. Join the Swole fam today. We'll see you tomorrow for the accountability meeting. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Ow.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place hands clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Ay, yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.